Death row inmate catches crab spiders and puts them in a bottle every day to escape, and feeds them with tiny bugs. But the spiders in these bottles are just part of the man's game, because behind this wall is the man's real favorite. Every day he feeds 5 or 6 fat cockroaches. Paul was so pleased to see this. He didn't realize how big his favorite pet was. Just then, 2 prison guards burst into Paul's cell. They were upset by his strange behavior, so they took this opportunity to give him a good beating. First they broke Paul's fingers and covered his mouth to prevent him from screaming. Then they turned round and grabbed a bottle with a spider in it, and poured the spiders he'd worked so hard for onto the floor in front of Paul. And then he stomped on the spider with his foot. Paul whimpered in pain at this, and his whimpering made the jailbird go crazy. After that, the jailbird was about to pick up a bottle to kill the spider inside, but this time, he met a tough guy. The spider climbed up to the mouth of the bottle and suddenly jumped on the jailbird's face. Bit him. The jailbird was in pain, and he knocked over all the bottles containing spiders. At that moment, a bald guard came and asked what they were doing, but the bully told him that Paul had blinded him by releasing his own spiders on purpose. Luckily, the guards knew what he was up to and didn't punish Paul, so they took him to the infirmary. After they left, Paul picked up the dead spider and swore that he would make them pay. Early the next morning, the warden learned of the incident and ordered a cleanup of the prison, so that no one would be allowed to keep pets such as rats, cockroaches, or other pests. Paul knew that if he didn't act quickly, it would be too late, so when he got back to his cell, Paul immediately looked up a lot of ancient documents. Finally, after going through a lot of relevant monuments, he made an amazing discovery. Paul removed the bricks and whispered to the hole and then drew many strange patterns on the ground. Then he lay down in the middle of the ruins as if he was going to perform some kind of mystical ritual.
Transform my soul. Open the path to my resurrection. Open the path to my perfection. Hail to thee, O great majestic. Come to me and consume my soul.
As soon as he spoke, all the spiders in the wall came out. Then Paul looked up and realized that the biggest one hadn't come out yet. Paul had no choice but to continue chanting the spell. The next second, the biggest spider slowly appeared. Paul was so relieved to see this scene. The giant spider slowly climbed onto Paul's body.